Christians write to me that I'm the Jesus Christ of this time. When I hit 32, God spoke to me. He said, okay, retirement is over. I need you to go back in there. I need you to guide them. And then he told me one more thing. This is going to shock the world. He said, I don't want to tell you, but the Messiah is here.
At a very young age, I knew I was special. My mother used to find me at cemeteries. I used to speak to the dead. I used to see ghosts. I used to have conversations with them. I knew I could connect to things that most people can't. I saw the living and the dead. I felt the dead. I spoke to the dead.
I would step up to all of them, 20 guys. Each one of them got blood on their hands. At least between all 20 of them, they own their own cemetery. When I step up, quiet, nobody speaks. Which one of you? Come outside for a second, I want to talk to you. No.
I am the Messiah. And Christians write to me that I'm the Jesus Christ, Yeshua of this time.
Here I come!
Well guys, it looks like that we are here yet again with a pretty special one today, because we will once again be flaming one of the most delusional and goofy bastards to ever walk the planet, good old Bendover Azoulay. And it has been a couple of days since the last time that we actually covered this downright clown. With the last time that we did cover him, we watched his last stream that he decided to do on Twitch, and I have absolutely no idea why he thought it was a fucking good idea to do these little Twitch streams, but every time that we've seen him do one, the guy says some of the dumbest and goofiest shit that he possibly can, and is doing so believing that somehow everyone will just believe him. So clearly, it's been a bad idea for him to speak openly in front of a camera, and his sugar daddy Devin should have kept him on a tighter leash, because in our last video it led to moments like these right here, where the goober was either making jokes about someone being 15, or just downright making shit up in general to just seem like a total badass.
Yes, I'm Jewish, Yoel. I'm Jewish and I'm Israeli. Thank you for saying I'm handsome. That's very sweet of you. I hope you're not 15. It's the biggest meme on the internet. Almost. I've been with more than 4,000 women in my life. I was a fucking animal. And some of the girls that I was dating was much older than me. Like, much older than me. I remember at one point I dated this girl named Natalia. She was like 34. I was like 14. And she had 4 kids I didn't even know about. She was like a famous singer from France. And I was like, I didn't know she had kids, which was crazy to me. That I found that out later. And I also told her that my car was impounded and I don't have a license because it was taken away because I drove too fast and blah, blah, blah. And the truth is, I didn't have a license. I was like 13 or 14 years old. And when I would bring her over, I'd have her come in at night when everybody's sleeping, and I'd be like, shh, my roommates are asleep.
And these were just a couple of moments of many from his little live stream that we ended up discussing in my last video, where he had the audacity just to act like this badass playboy since the age of 12, where he was out here polling famous singers who had kids before he even hit puberty. So the guy was obviously just full of shit, and it was a whole lot of bullshit, but I actually didn't cover every single bullshit thing that he said in that last stream. And there were a couple clips that I ended up leaving out, either because I didn't get them clipped before he pulled it down since it was so bad, or because I just didn't get around to them. And man, they are all just as stupid. And the first one that we'll go ahead and talk about that was pretty damn bad, and that occurred when he was going on his little rant about how he apparently fucked 4,000 women, was this clip right here that thankfully a clipper ended up getting because I lost my footage on it. And it is a clip where the wannabe king here had the downright audacity to brag and to state that even though his past was revealed for what he did, and even though those terrible things were shown, there are women who are apparently still in his DMs saying things like if only I was there that day, and basically hitting on him and joking about his apparent grape case. And there's just no way that this shit happened, donk.
Some people on the internet say that
King Azoulay is a really...
still get a bunch of DMs of asking me,
Where was I on that day? Couldn't you have touched me?
that's how girls are.
So this is some insane and crazy work to begin with. And this is not a defense for any of it. I don't know why he decided to say this shit, and I don't know why he tried to brag about it, other than to play this card that he is still just pulling all of these different women, and he is just this Chad alpha male that all of the ladies are chasing. And along with this quote right here, there were other quotes that we didn't cover, just riddled with bullshit lies. Like this one, where he was claiming that apparently not only he was in some special forces and was a badass, but apparently his wife was also in the fucking Secret Service.
So one of the questions that came in was asking if your wife was in the Secret Service.
Actually, she was. She did work for the Secret Service of Israel. Yes, for 5 years. What's the next question?
And you know, I am pretty sure that this was just a commenter trying to make some shit up to get him to agree to it. And of course he does, without providing any type of evidence or anything, and just moves right along. And there was one more segment from the last stream that we didn't touch on, which was this entire bullshit monologue that he ended up going on about his little king shot, which is just amalgamation of a bunch of different shit that I think he found in his kitchen, and where he is trying to convince people to take it by stating that it is basically a cure-all, and that if you're sick or you're suffering from anything, if you take this shot, then you're going to be magically better. And I don't know why he decided to do this or say this. Like, this is just stupid for a variety of different reasons.
So here are the ingredients for the King Azoulay shot. I'm going to say it one more time. You take ginger, pink Himalayan salt, a hint of cayenne pepper, a hint of black pepper, turmeric, apple cider vinegar, a little bit of olive oil, and if you're brave, do half a shot of vodka, and you'll go running for an hour, and you're not going to want to stop. That King Azoulay shot helped thousands of people lose fat all around the belly, get their body heat go up by 1 degree, which makes you sweat more, allow you to think much better, much brighter, take away all sicknesses. If you feel sometimes like you're about to have a flu or a cold, you drink the King Azoulay shot, it gets rid of it completely. It is probably the best concoction you could ever have.
And there you go. It is probably the best concoction that you could ever have. And if you take it before any sickness, it just magically gets rid of that sickness. And hopefully there is no one who is stupid enough to believe this absolute bullshit. And the only reason that I could think he would be doing this is so that he could somehow sell the King Azoulay shot in the damn future. And after making all of these stupid claims, I guess that King Azoulay and his little butt buddy Devin figured that the streaming was just a really bad idea, because it appears that the wannabe king here has already quit his little streaming dream. And he did not do a new live stream this week after me and Bubba have just been back to back gadooshing the shit out of him. And I think that he thinks that if he doesn't do this, and he just goes back to clipping random things that he has said in his podcast, then he wouldn't get gadooshed. But you see, Bendover, that is not how this works. And I've been watching all of your stupid ass activity. Because as I said, he's gone back to posting clips on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts, where he cuts up random bullshit things that he has managed to say in his podcast and ends up turning them into another new little short. And I have tried to cover all of these in the past, but it seems that there are new ones being made from different podcasts that we haven't seen yet, and there are new ones that we haven't displayed on this channel that are just getting more and more extreme and overall more insane. And the first one we will discuss is apparently another backstory he has for his mob experience that must have only lasted a year or two, where he tries to claim that he was just this dangerous mob member who would walk in a room of other mobsters and put fear into all of their souls because he was such a badass.
I was like a bodyguard to one of the top guys in the Russian mob. I got into a fight with some of his guys when I was 16. He hired me. I was his bodyguard. I was doing underground fights. He was betting on me. Everywhere he would go, I would be in the front. I was a kid. They used to call me the kid. I was the kid that you don't want to come around. There was gangsters here in town from Israel. There were Kirsch people left and right. When I came around, they walked away. They were pissing their pants. They ran to the fucking bathroom. I'm talking about this real kid right away. I would step up to all of them, 20 guys. Each one of them got blood on their hands. At least between all 20 of them, they own their own cemetery. When I step up, quiet. Nobody speaks. Which one of you? Come outside for a second. I want to talk to you. No. And it wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. Because in 1 second, they're all gone. It was just that switch that I had. At the age of 19, I did my birthday in jail because at the age of 18, obviously, like I said, I was a menace to society.
And yes, you were, Ben. You were truly a menace to society. A menace to society who apparently did some really bad things. And you have to love how we are just jumping all over the place where he is always talking about large numbers of men. Where first, he beat off 30 guys all at the same time when they tried to jump him. And then he beat off 5 different Mexicans one time in a bathroom, as he said. And now, he apparently didn't even have to beat off these 20 guys, but only had to threaten to beat them off, and it was enough to put fear into all of them. And every time that I hear more of his different mob backstories, he is always adding more, and just always adding different unbelievable details to make himself seem like he was just this complete badass movie star. And this is not where the different clipping has ended, because he has also had moments like this one right here, where we have gotten more lore from the Ben Azoulay childhood. And we discussed this in one of my older videos, where I covered all of the stupid things that this guy has said. And we already learned in that one that his childhood consisted of him running around with the wolves and just howling at the moon.
So I would go into the forest and disappear for 2 days at a time. So at the age of 6, my mom bought me a cell phone and said, well, you need to have this on you because I need to track you. I don't know where you're going to be. I don't know where you are. We're looking for you. And I wouldn't show up for 2 days, and it was because I was sleeping in the fields. And at night I would howl at, the wolves. It was crazy, but that was me. I was like little Mowgli. So they used to call me Tarzan and Mowgli and all of that. And I was inspired by these movies to be just like them because I felt like we had a lot in common.
So not only did he already claim to be this little forest kid, this little 6-year-old mountain kid who's running around like a mini Tarzan, but in his latest clip, he is also claiming that he apparently used to talk to the dead. And I am not joking when I say that. When he was a kid, he said he went to the cemetery and spoke with the dead.
At a very young age, I knew I was special. My mother used to find me at cemeteries. I used to speak to the dead. I used to see ghosts. I used to have conversations with them. I knew I could connect to things that most people can't. I saw the living and the dead. I felt the dead. I spoke to the dead. And I understood that at some point, our body will perish and our soul will walk the earth. That made me understand that I should never fear anything. And I should understand that the world is purely for one reason only. And it's to create the correction. And you're here to suffer. And if you accept the suffering, whenever you'll have a good moment, you'll be so ecstatic.
So I don't know why he feels the constant need to just make up random things about himself all of the damn time. But there was one comment on this video that I found pretty damn funny, because Alex here stated, so he was a monk, mafia, talking to the dead, family of King Solomon. What's next, new Jesus? And you see, Alex, there's actually something I need to tell you. And that is the fact that this motherfucker decided that he was also going to claim that he is the new Messiah and was basically stating that he was the new Jesus. And he has another little channel on TikTok called The Kingdom where he posts a lot of videos like this. And this was the most recent post at the time of me making this video, was him making these claims. So we have come full circle into downright fucking delusion.
Christians write to me that I'm the Jesus Christ of this time. When I hit 32, God spoke to me. He said, okay, retirement is over. I need you to go back in there. I need you to guide them. And then he told me one more thing. This is going to shock the world. He said, I don't want to tell you, but the Messiah is here. I asked him, what Messiah? He said, the Messiah that everybody speaks about. He asked me, do you know how old the world is? I told him, billions of years, they say. He said, it's about 6,000 years. The Messiah will arrive by the time it will be 6,000 years, or your world will explode. The Messiah is here and wants to reveal himself. I need you. Then he gave me some calculation that I never looked up. He said Adam and Eve were the first humans. He said 2,000 years later, I gave you guys Abraham. He said 2,000 years after that, I gave you guys Yoshua. And that was 2,000 years ago. And tears came to my eyes as he was speaking to me like I'm the Messiah. And all of a sudden, people start messaging me that I am the Messiah. And Christians write to me that I'm the Jesus Christ, Yeshua of this time. I was shocked that people wrote this to me. He said, what did they see in me that I don't even see?
And at a time like this, Ben, I just have to ask.
What, are you retarded?
Because what in the hell are you even talking about? Why would you say this? Why would you just make some shit up and imply that you're the Messiah and that you're basically Jesus? Why would you do this? There are no Christians writing you that, and if they are, they're just as crazy as you are. Like, I don't know what you were on or what type of bullshit this is, but this is just getting ridiculous. I don't think there has ever been a more appropriate time for the word blasphemous than you out here claiming to be the Messiah all of a sudden. Like, this goes against your very own beliefs. I don't know why you're doing this. And you can't keep making the same excuse with this one by saying people are just clipping shit together, because this comes from your very own page. So I couldn't think of a better way to end this video than to show you Ben literally claiming that he is the Messiah. Like, this man's lost his mind, he just needs to stop. But with that said, I think I'm done here, because I can't take it anymore. So if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and the like, and join the Saints Mafia, where we are flaming all of these alpha wannabe tough guys. And I'm out. Watching Ben try to literally claim that he is basically God. And peace.
I don't go to the gym to fucking just battle demons. I am a fucking demon. When I showed up on stage to the Olympia, they're like, you came in too buff. You came in too shredded. I brought the best physique out here. And they're like, you know, you did. But today we were looking for, by the way, fuck you, Tamer. Tamer is one of the main judges. Fuck that guy. Yeah, unless you're funding him, giving him money under the table, this guy literally just doesn't give a fuck. He lets other people win. How is that even fair? I have money, I get paid, but I wouldn't feel like it's fair to pay.
No, it's not.
I then realized I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Go, nope, that guy beat you. It is all politics. He was on a team. I wasn't.